Hey, this is Atreides, and I want to talk to you today about what is the best device to have. And we're comparing the Sigelei 150, the SMY 260, the T9. I think it's yeah, T9, or no, it's the T8. I'm sorry, by Cloupor. And let's do the Vapor Shark and the IPv3. I have not had the smog, I've not tried the jellyfish, and I've not tried a variant. Those three mods I've not tried, but we are going to touch bases on what these mods and their pros and their cons and what they do and what you should get. Uh, I'm going to start out with the one that I don't like the least, and the one I like the least, and that is the IPv3. The IPv3, it has a really nice the pros. Let's do the pros first because I like to talk good about our mods, and I like to support our vaping community. So let's do the pros first. The pros, um, it's a futuristic looking mod. It's updatable. The mod has a really nice look to it. Uh, but let's see here. Oh, say the battery life on it has a really good battery life on it, um, and that's about all I can say as far as what I think about this mod being good. The now the pin inside of the 510 connection is is a spring pin. It looks like it's adjustable with a screwdriver, but it's actually a floating spring pin. Uh, Now, that's all I have to say good about the mod. It's the user interface is okay. This is what I don't like about the mod, and it's not so much the mod as what the company says about the mod. And I don't like to be lied to. I doubt any of you like to be lied to. And what I'm saying is, when you advertise something about a mod, it needs to say what it's going to do. So when you advertise a touch button, that you touch, it's a a touch sensor button. When you advertise a touch sensor button and a firmware update, I'm going to expect you to give me an update to make this touch sensor work. Now, this is a major lie, and when they say there's going to be a firmware update, let me tell you, it's impossible. The reason why it's impossible is because I took apart the mod and looked myself, and there's no touch button there. It's a dummy cover. That's all it is. They might have had. I heard they had it on the IPv2. I have not had the IPv2, so you know, you might be able to transfer the one from the IPv2 to the IPv3. I've heard rumors of that, but as far as there being a firmware update, there will not be a firmware update for that mod, and they're lying to you. Uh, I heard the mod will be going to 200 watts. I have no reason to use 200 watts. I don't know about you guys. Um, I've I've had built coils that I've been able to vape at 200 watts, but it's just ridiculous. Uh, let's see, the paint on the mod. It's really easy to scratch off. You can scratch it off with your fingernail. I wound up polishing mine, which I really enjoy polishing mods. This is a Vapor Shark, and I polished this one up. You guys know it's got that rubbery feel to it. Uh, let's see here. What else? The magnets. There's no magnets on the back for the door, so the door does not just slide off or come off and magnetize on. You have to take a screwdriver and screw them off. Now, this is not a huge problem to some people to actually just take a screwdriver. And at first, I didn't have a huge problem of taking a screwdriver to my mod and taking the batteries out. But if there was somehow that battery was to short, I, you know, I'm going to say you're going to fiddle around and try to go find try to find a screwdriver, and when your battery vents, you got about probably 1 to 2 minutes before that thing explodes. And if there ain't you're not going to save the IPv3 if you don't have a magnet upgrade to it. And what I'm saying is you're going to have to find a machinist like myself to go and drill holes and put magnets in it. But if a battery vents, it's a real big safety issue to have screws in your mod. And if you smell something, or if it's leaking, or it gets real hot for no reason, throw the thing out in the yard somewhere away from somebody, and let it sit for a while. Uh, and now, if you got a magnet back, you could take it off, take the magnet off, and then pull the battery tab and have your battery out and throw the battery. But I think it's a big safety issue to have that have all that screwed down without a magnet back. It's not just convenience to me, and that's my opinion. All right, let's take a vape, guys. All right. Now, I tried to do this on Google Hangouts. I'm very sorry about the picture quality. Uh, the reason why I was doing it on Hangouts is so other people can join and interact, since there wasn't many people that were joining and interacting anyways while it was live. I decided to just go ahead and do it through a program on my computer and do it with my nice webcam. I have a high quality webcam, but for some reason Google Hangouts runs off your internet, and when you're streaming off your internet, it's not buffering right, and so you get a delay and it cuts in and out, and it makes the quality of the video not as good. I have really good internet, so I'm not sure why. Um, other people can do Hangouts and it worked great for them. For me, I don't know if I just don't have the settings right or what. But this is the remake of the video, and I'm sorry. Uh, moving on. All right, let's talk about the. Let's see what's next on my list. I would say, and this is for only high wattage mods like 150 watts, or no, let's say high end mods, the ones that are new and out. And if you're looking to buy uh, a new mod, an upgrade, what you should buy. Okay, let's go with the SMY 260. And this is an upgrade version of the God mod, and it is an actual aluminum mod. And it has a reflective surface on one side of the mod, and on the other side of the mod, it's a black window with two buttons for up and down, and a fire button on the side. This mod is a really good mod. I'm not gonna say it's a bad mod at all, because it actually puts out what you need to put out. Uh, I found out the point 0.5 range is about the sweet spot with most of your high-end mods, for regulated mods. And the the pros, the battery, there's a magnet cover for the battery. It has a memory foam inside, or like a memory adhesive foam inside of the battery cover. So when you put your cover on there, it kind of forms around your batteries and holds them in place, which is needed on that mod. And the reason why it is needed is because if you had the God mod, you would know that your batteries moved around inside of the mod. And I never understood that. Why they didn't make just a couple pieces of insulation to make them fit tight. But um, it's a it is a Chinese made mod. Most of your mods are Chinese made. You have an option for the screws. I don't recommend using the screws, and I don't know why they put it there. Um, it does have a charge port. I forgot about this. The IPv3 has a charge port, but they're covering it up now. And the reason why they're covering it up is because when you take that cover off and put your charger to it, it has a risk of burning up your chip. Yeah, that's right, burning up your chip. I mean, catching it on fire, like flames and fire everywhere. And I'm talking about lots of flames and lots of fire. But I don't know what I don't want my head caught on fire because my freaking charger ain't working right. Uh, I don't know about you guys, but I am not interested in having IPv3 at all. Uh, I believe, I'm sorry to go back to the IPv3. There's just so much stuff I'm not too crazy about with the IPv3. I think that's it. It has a USB, and what I don't understand is the USB is only for updates. So don't try to charge it through the USB because you will burn up the chip. I don't understand why have a USB and have a charge port and not have it all in one. I mean, we have smartphones now and they charge and and transfer information through the same port, which it just seems like simple common logic. All right, back to the SMY. The SMY has a charge port that is USB. It's not upgradable. The chip is not upgradable. It's totally. Wait. The chip may be upgradable because there is an upgradable port inside the cover. I've took apart every one of these mods, so I know what's inside of these mods. All right, let's get to the cons. The cons on the SMY, you have uh, adjustable screw for the 510 connection, and I don't know about you, I don't want an adjustable screw. I just want to plug and play and be able to use my mod. Uh, that's one small con that can be looked over real easily because you just gotta screw it down or screw it up to fit your mod. And once you get it to where uh, most atomizers fit flush, and once you get it flush and fit in one atomizer, it fits a lot of them. But for some mods, the pin sticks out a little bit further, and you have to go and tune your mod, basically tune the 510 connection. Okay, it has nice clicky buttons. The buttons work great. Let's see here. Another con is when and I haven't found a way around this. It locks itself, and when the screen turns off, it locks itself. So this is a great upgrade with the God mod. Didn't lock itself, and when you stuck it in your pocket, it would move up and down, and potentially when you took it out, you'd hit it, and it'd be at 180 watts, and you'd be blowing your head off, which was not cool. But when it locks itself when the screen goes off. So let's say you're hitting your mod, and then after you get done hitting your mod, you go and you put it in your pocket, and after so many minutes, whatever you set the minutes to, which is I think 1 through 10 or something like that, you pick it back up and it's locked. So you have to press the plus and minus button and hit it again. Now, what I don't understand is why does it not just lock the power settings instead of the button, instead of the fire button? So every time you want to hit your mod, you have to unlock it after the screen display goes off. Now, it's okay if you want, if you're vaping for a while and then you put it in your pocket and it goes off. But me, I don't know about you guys, but me, I'll vape on mine for a while, put it in my pocket, and then go back to it, vape on it for a while, and I don't treat my mod like a cigarette, but if you treat your mod more like a cigarette, that would be an ideal for you. I would suggest if SMY would happen to somehow watch this video, for them to make it only on the up and down buttons for the power to control your voltage or your wattage. Uh, all right, moving on. Let's see here. Anything else? The SMY. Uh, you will scratch your mod with the putting your atomizer on, just like the Ipv3. You will scratch your mod putting the atomizer on, but you can actually set that pin to where it will float a little bit and not scratch your mod, which I have a solution to. And you guys stay at the end of this video to see the solution of not scratching any of your mods and keeping them brand new. Uh, with I don't know about you guys, but we trade here in Tennessee, and we trade mods on Facebook. And when we trade, a lot of them have scratched tops. And I've came up with a solution to keep your mod looking nice and fresh and clean. All right, now let's move on. Let's see here. We have the Ipv3, we have the SMY260. Let's see. We have the T8. Okay, the T8, in my opinion, is a really, really good mod. Uh, and I'm talking, it's one of my top mods, top three. Uh, I would say top three mods. And the reason why it is one of my top three mods is because uh, it really hits like a Sigelei 150, and I really enjoy uh, having having it say 50 watts and have my Sigelei say 50 watts, and they both hit the same. It just seems like that it's not lying to me. Uh, and you can vary your ohms from, I think it's point 0.1 on most mods now. It's point 0.1, and you can vary your ohms from point 0.1 on up, and you don't really have to have a sweet spot for it. But if you turn it all the way up, you will drain your batteries really, really quick. And what I'm talking about is when you turn it all the way up, you get it on 150 watts, and you hit that button. Dang, I just put brand new batteries on here, and it's at 98% already. And it's like that. If you have it all the way up and you hit it, it's going to like drop 1 or 2 volt, 1 or 2 percentage of your battery every time. So I'd say on high, you would have probably 100 hits on high. Now that's like a pack of cigarettes, they say. So it would last you all day, I would think. Uh, I I don't really pay attention to the puff counter, which the SMY does have a puff counter, and the T8 does have a puff counter, and that's really nice. Uh, Another really cool thing is that T8, it has super magnet uh, back. And what I mean by super magnet is when I first got my T8, I put the batteries in, and I went to put the cover on, and I'm just thinking, oh, it's just gonna be like normal, normal magnets. I wasn't really thinking about it, and it sucked it out of my hand. I was like, whoa! I actually jumped. And I was like, man, this thing has some super. I actually took it off and done it again, and just scared me the first time. But man, it has some super magnets on it, and it comes with replaceable magnets. That's really cool. A lot of these mods, they come as they are, just in a box and nothing with them. And T8, the Cloupor T8, actually took the time to put a screwdriver, extra parts, extra screws, and I looked at it and said, "Where'd these screws go?" It's not a screw-on cover, and the screws are extra for the mod inside. So if the screw falls off the cover on the inside, you can replace it. And I thought that was really cool that they had extra parts and it came in a little bitty case that was really cool. Uh, the reason why I think that was cool because that case you could put different coils in and carry them around in that little case and put you some cotton in there. And I thought that was pretty neat. Uh, let's see here. What else? The T8 has an adjustable pin. Now, the adjustable pin on it, um, I'm not too crazy about, but I told you my opinion about the adjustable pin. I can deal with it. Uh, the user interface, at first, I didn't think that it turned off. I didn't think the interface turned off, and I thought I'd have to put it in stealth mode. And the Cloupor T5 is like that. And I want to tell you, a lot of people are saying on their reviews like the T8 is just an upgraded version of the T5 and the same chip and everything. And I'm going to tell you, if it is the same chip, it's night and day on the difference between the Cloupor T5 and the Cloupor T8. The reason why I say it's night and day is because the Cloupor T5, it just drains the batteries no matter what you have it on. You can have the screen just on and it drains the batteries. Uh, the Cloupor T8 actually conserves the batteries, as long as you have it on a medium voltage between or no higher than 70 or 80. As long as you don't have it higher than 70 to 80, then you're going to last all day long with that thing. Uh, let's see, what else? Okay, I'll tell you one thing I did not like about the Cloupor T8, and that's the inside of it. It had, uh, I guess it was the coil for the chip, and it had a sticker over it. Yeah, I didn't like that because it was kind of like you pull this sticker off, you void your warranty, and it was just so tempting to pull that sticker off and see what was underneath that sticker because that coil looked really neat. And I really was worried about my warranty, and I pulled it off and looked at it. Curiosity killed the cat. Like I said, I pulled apart every one of my mods because I want to see what's inside. I want to know what I'm buying. Am I buying a piece of junk? Am I buying something that they just threw together and send in a box? I want to know if I'm buying a piece of junk in a box, whether it has a guarantee on it or not. Uh, and they have, I think it's a 2 year warranty on it, and the God mode has a year warranty on it. I'm not sure about the IPv3. I've heard. No, wait, I am sure about the IPv3 because I read this guy that plugged it in, plugged the USB into the outlet, and it fried his mod, and there was no warning uh, about it when they first came out, and they basically said, tough titty. It's once you buy it, there ain't no refunds, and you know I don't think that's cool. I think that's not cool. That there should at least be a manufacturer warranty. Uh, all right, let's see. What else do we have? The variant. You know, from hearsay, I hear that it's computer programmed and the program is a little screwy. I'm not going to buy a mod for $200. I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy a mod that I vape on for $200. In 6 months down the road, there's something bigger, better, and something out there that just blows it away. And they're getting into uh, the future of vaping, and they're making it to where your experience is awesome, and it's just idiot proof. And the reason why I say it's idiot proof because you got these people that don't read nothing and just stick their batteries in it and don't even care to look what plus or minus is and blow up their mod and short it out and stuff. And now they're making them idiot proof. When you put your batteries in backwards, it beeps or it tells you, hey, you're doing the wrong way, or it don't do anything. It's protected. And and let's see here. The T8, I believe, is protected. The IPv3 is not. Or from what I think the IPv3 is not. I don't just hate the IPv3. I really wanted, I really wanted one. I wanted one more than any mod that I had. And so I don't want you to think I'm just getting paid or something, to hate on this mod because I don't hate mods. I really like to support the community, and I like to see stuff do better. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to the Sigelei 150. The Sigelei 150 is my number two mod. And the reason why Sigelei is my number two mod, let's go over the pros. The pros, yeah, it comes with a silicone sleeve that feels awesome in your hand and protects the mod. If you drop it or something, you have that little cushion to actually keep you from messing up your mod and keep you from scratching your mod. That silicone sleeve means everything to me. It comes with it. That's what's awesome. You don't have to go and buy it afterwards or anything. Uh, let's see here. Magnet backs. It has a magnet back on it. Let's see. It saves batteries. When the battery life on my Sigelei, when I got it, I put the batteries in it and I hid it for a long time, and I was just vaping away. I loved that freaking mod. When I first got it, I was just so excited to vape on it and showing it off and everything. And all day I was vaping on it, and I think I used it down to 90% of the battery life by the end of the day. And I think I tried it for to see how long it would last. It lasted me like 3 days on a set of batteries, and I was ramping it up and everything. Uh, when the batteries get to about 25%, I don't know why it does this, but it just starts to just suck the batteries down, and it's gone. Uh, and I don't understand why it does that. Uh, but it just like it gets to 20%, and then bam, it's freaking out. It's out of freaking juice, and you're gonna have to change your batteries. But 3 days, come on, guys, you can at least take your batteries out 1 or 2 days. Um, let's go over the cons. The cons: it's not upgradable. You know, that's really cool about the T8 and the IPv3, that it's actually upgradable. I think the Cloupor T8, you could send them an email and they'll give you a 200-watt upgrade download. Uh, the IPv3, there's one out on there. I got mine to 165 watts. There ain't much of a difference between 150 to 165 watts, but it was cool that you could upgrade it. And that's one thing I really think that the future, is the future of regulated mods is going is being able to upgrade your mods. Uh, let's see here. No charge port. There was not any charge port. You have to take out your batteries and put them into a charger. Now those are the cons. And the top of if you screw down your atomizer too hard and you have a painted one, it will scratch the top of your mod, and it does have some kind of white undercoat. So if you get a black one, you'll see kind of like a white undercoat come through before you actually see the metal. Um, Now, this brings me to my top mod. And let me think real quick. Did I miss anything? What am I missing? Let's see here. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Let me see here. I made uh, I made this video before, and I had a lot of them listed. Uh, let me look real quick and see if I'm missing anything. Uh, but my top mod is, this is the future of vaping. I think, I believe, and the reason why I say it's the future is because we need something different. We don't need just something that controls the wattage in autopilot. Uh, and what I mean by that is when mods first came out and they started being regulated voltage, they started out with variable uh, voltage instead of variable wattage. And I love the variable voltage instead of the variable wattage because whatever ohms you run, you had a limit. But whatever ohms you ran, it pushed it. No matter what ohms you had, it pushed it. And variable wattage is on autopilot, so that you hear that's on autopilot. It is limiting you by your ohms. And if you think about it, if you have an unregulated device, you're limited with your ohms to what the unregulated device is going to push. So basically, all it is is regulating the 8 volts that a series pushes. And that right there means that it's a step down chip. That's all it is a step down chip, and it steps the voltage down. So, you know, I don't understand why they didn't make the option to be variable wattage and variable voltage, so you could push the ohms you want to push. They need to come back out with variable voltage and variable wattage all in one mod. Now the future is temperature control. And I know most of you are saying, but it's just a 40-watt device. It is temperature control. This is totally different, guys. This is not just a 40-watt device. Uh, Give me just a second. Let me see if I missed anything. Go to my. I'm going to be taking down this video. I'm sorry about the quality again, guys. It won't be like that. Oh! The Tesla 120. The Tesla 120 is a really nice wood mod. They come in metal too. The one I had was wood. I really like that mod. It was a really great mod. But let's go. Wait, let's go over the pros. The wooden one had this nice skull design on it. It just had this nice feel to it. Uh, it was a great mod as far as pushing the voltage, is saved battery life. Let's see here. I had a screw look-alike pin, but it wasn't screw. I think it was a floating pin, but it actually looked like a screw. Uh, that was a great mod, and you know, if you're beginning and get if you're just now getting into regulated mods, I would say that's my fourth. No, it ties with the SMY with me. They're two different devices. They do two different things, but it kind of ties. This is the con. The wooden one, if you heat it up too much, and and uh, and it becomes very fragile because it takes the oils out of the woods when it heats up real quick. When it heats up too much, it takes the oil and dries out the wood. And I literally set mine down and it cracked the top, and it cracked it from the 510 connection to the battery cover. And I had to fix it, and after I fixed it, I got rid of it real cheap. Uh, Another con is this, which drove me nuts. When you click the button, you had to wait. Uh, you know, I want to click the button and be good and hit it, but when you click the button, there was a delay. I mean, about a 2 second delay. Uh, Another thing about the wood one is my door, it slid on like the Vapor Shark. It slid on sideways, and it didn't line up. Uh, there was like cracks in between uh, the well, on the inside there was cracks on the inside cover. In between the mod, and I think it should have fit a little bit tighter, and I think they should have done a little bit better job on making the door fit tighter against the mod. Uh, I might be just a little bit picky about my mods, but if I'm going to pay a pretty price, I want a pretty mod, and I wanted to do a lot of good things. All right, I don't think it was not rechargeable. It's not upgradable. I don't know about the metal one. It might be different with the metal one. I have not had the metal one. All right. I think that's it on the mods. That's the Sigelei 150 T8 and Ipv3 and the Tesla. Okay, now I'm going to go over the wattage real quick. Uh, The IPv3, you can get up to 165 watts with an upgrade. It comes with 150 watts. The Tesla, it's 120 watts. The SMY is 260 watts. Uh, the T8 is 150 watts. The Sigelei is 150 watts. The T8 is said you get up to 200 watts. Uh, Now, the there's a lot of people debating the issue whether it's really pushing the voltage that it's really supposed to be pushing, and this issue comes to ohms. Your ohms is what makes your voltage push what you want it to push. There's a sweet spot, and I found my sweet spot that I found is about 0.5. And when they say sweet spot, this is what it means. When you have a certain set of ohms, you want your voltage to range to the max of the wattage. So when you're adjusting your wattage, you can watch your voltage adjust at the same time. When your voltage stops adjusting and your wattage goes on up, you're not on the sweet spot. But when you're on the sweet spot, your voltage ranges all the way until you hit your max wattage. So I'm going up with my wattage, and my voltage is going up with it, and it don't stop before I get to the top. Uh, Now, if you have like zero point 0.2 ohms, or you're going to the least ohms you could go, it's going to stop right there at like 80 or 90. You can watch it. Try it out if you don't believe me. It will stop your voltage and continue your wattage. But like the SMY doesn't lie to you. What I think it was pretty cool about the SMY. You build your own too low or too high or whatever, and it will stop you, and you won't be able to go to 260. That's not saying that that you're not able to go to 260 watts. That's saying that your ohms is not built right for you to get to 260 watts, to push the voltage to get to 260 watts. Now, that's another lie on these other mods. When your voltage stops, your voltage stops. If it stops at 100 watts and you go up to 150, it's just like vaping at 100 watts. Your voltage didn't change any. So, it's a kind of placebo effect if you think when your voltage stops you're getting higher wattage. You're not. You're just not. Um, all right, guys. My favorite mod. I've saved this one for last. I love this mod, and it is the Vapor Shark. And I know I said I wouldn't spend $200 on the mod, and I didn't spend $200 on the mod. Uh, I traded into this one. They are $159 on eBay. So it's not a $200 $200 mod to me. Mine's polished. It's unique. There ain't another one out there like it. I made it myself. If you want a polished one, good luck. You better call a machinist like me, because this front panel is plastic. It's real thick plastic, but it's plastic. And I think the reason why it's plastic, because behind this panel is wireless charging. Now, you might want to ask me, what's different between the HANA and the Vapor Shark, and I'm going to let you know. Actually, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back, and this is the HANA DNA 40 right here, and it does not come with a magnetic back. I have installed multiple magnets to get mine to actually be magnetized, and you may be asking me, what's the difference between this little bitty mod right here and this this bigger handle right here. And they're still both a good size, you know, to fit in your hand. And you know, it's clicky buttons inside the handle. All right. Here's the difference. Your screen on the handle is that big, right there. And let me do a comparison. My hand is not a good comparison because my pinky is humongous. I have a huge hand. I'm a boxer. So I'm going to do a comparison to a 30 milliliter bottle. So it's about the tip. It's a little bit smaller than the tip of the 30 milliliter bottle. In inches, let's see here. It is exactly a quarter of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. So it's a quarter of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. The one on the Vapor Shark is huge, which I don't know what the heck I got on the bottom of my Vapor Shark. That looked weird. It looked like Vaseline or something. Ooh, it's nasty. Alright, the Vapor Shark is a huge screen comparing to the little bitty screen on the DNA 40. And you might say, hey, what's the difference? I mean, there's the screen size. Oh, wow, it's just screen size. I can tell a night and day difference between this mod and this mod. I tried this mod out, and I suggest if you want to get into temperature control, try this mod out first. See if you like temperature control. I love it. There is a USB charge port on both of these mods. Let me do a little comparison right here, and I'll show you the difference. Okay, I've got fresh new batteries in both of these. They are the same battery. It's a 40 amp Emerald battery, 2700 mile, or no, 2500 mile. So I'm going to put the same battery, and they both are on full charge, and show you a little bit of difference here. And the way these work is you press the button 5 times, and it says it's locked. The fire button's locked, and then you hold the positive and negative at the same time. And when you see it change, you got how much degrees you want to do in Fahrenheit, and then once you get it set, you click the button 5 times, and it'll say normal mode, and it does that on both modes. Alright, let me make sure I have liquid in here. And what temperature control does is keep you from burning your wicks, and it works the best on single coil with nickel wire, pure nickel wire. But let's do a vape comparison. Alright, you ready? Check that out, guys. You know, I've hit Sigelei devices at 100 watts. It didn't do that. I've had mechanical devices running at 0.05 ohms, and do that. I like clouds. I like huge vapor clouds. And this is what I'm getting from this mod, and it only pushes 40 watts. Only 40 watts. All right. Now, let's go to the other one. See if we can tell a difference. All right, here we go. Oh wait, let's juice it up. Gotta be fair. Juice them up. You still get good clouds out of the Hannah, but it does have a screw back, and you guys know what I think about the screw back. And not really crazy how the chip is put in there. It's kind of hot glued in there. Uh, not crazy about that. I had a buddy that had one that had a problem, and I was just going to try to fix it. He said, "Do whatever you can to it. Just try to fix it." And I couldn't fix it. I took it apart, and it was all glued up together, and I couldn't fix it. But the the other one, you can fix this mod. If something happened, if something were to happen to it, you had to fix it yourself. It is so easy to take apart. You can take these two screws out on the side right here, and 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 the button right here comes out. Right there. The button right here comes out the side, and then you just take the whole battery box and all, and push the 510 down a little bit, and it pulls out. The whole unit pulls out into one. All right. This is my favorite mod. This is the #1 top mod, and the reason why is temperature control. I can put a single coil on this. Even you can do it with your dual coil too, but it's easier with a single coil. And just juice it up and hit this thing forever until it dries out, until you can't hit it no more. Uh, and it will never burn the cotton. It won't. It'll just burn the juice up, and you won't get no flavor. And it just you won't burn the cotton. Uh, you know, I really love that about this mod. This is the future of vaping. Even though it's a 40-watt device, here let me put on 40 watts and show you guys that this is. I think it pushes more than most than most devices, in my opinion. I mean, you don't hear people blowing clouds on 40-watt devices. You hear them enjoying the flavor, which is I'm a flavor chaser more than I am a cloud chaser. I like to blow clouds, but I like the flavor too. So I've got the temperature control turned off. We got this on 40 watts. And there is a con, there's a con to every mod. So here we go, 40 watts. And that's a cloud, guys. And that's not 40 watts. I don't care what anybody says. That don't taste like 40 watts to me. Uh, my son wants to be in the video. Come on. Say hi. Look at his t-shirt. He's wearing an epic t-shirt. Look at that epic t-shirt.
Why am I wondering the right one?
It will when it comes out. Okay. And yes, I do have a hole in my ceiling from rain, I think. I think that's where it come from. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, go in there. Let me finish my video. Alright, pros and cons. The pros, magnet back. It gets good vaping, good vapor, blows clouds. The cons, uh, the rubber silicone feel to it. I love the feel to it, but it will come off really easy. You can scratch it off with your fingernail. I'm not too crazy about that. That's why I polish my mod. You can get a silicone sleeve for it, which you can protect that from happening. And look what I did. I almost dropped my computer, guys. But moving on. It has these juice well or air. I guess it's air slots in it, so you can put a tank on it, which a lot of people like to run tanks off of them. Oh, a lot of people like to run tanks off of them, but I'm not too much of a person that likes to run tanks. Sorry, I gotta adjust my camera here. Not the tree, me. Okay, there we go. And let's see here. It has wireless charging. It's already built in. That's pretty cool. It's got a charger on the side. Uh, cons. Oh, you cannot upgrade. From what I know, you can't upgrade the mod. Which is another thing. If you get a DNA 50 mod, it's not a DNA 50 mod because they don't make a DNA 50 chip. If you want an authentic DNA 40 chip, it has temperature control now, and I really like it. I could go on for a long time about this mod and how much I like it. It's got a little light up LED right there at the button. Uh, I can go on for a long time. I mean, it saves battery life. The battery life lasts a very long time comparing to the Hannah. This thing drains the battery pretty good. All right, you guys made it to the end of the video. This is the end of the video. Now I'm going to just show you my new invention, and it's called a mod coaster. That's what I call it. And it's just a little token, and this little token fits on the bottom of your RDA, just like that. And what this does, it not only protects your mod from getting scratches on your mod, which you can see on my Hannah. I have not got a scratch on my mod. And any painted mod, I use this. Now, you might be asking me, why are you using it on a polished mod? Now, this is also a protector. It's kind of a heat barrier, and a lot of your new high-end mods are coming out with heat protection. And what it does, it's not temperature control. It's all it is. Some advertise it as temperature control, but all it is, it protects your mod internals from heating up and getting too hot and damaging your chip. Over time, heat will mess up your chip, and you don't want that to happen. This will mess up the solder connections for the chip. And what this does, it prevents that from happening. And this has temperature protection with temperature control. Um, a lot of your mods have temperature protection, and every mod that I've used this on, it's never went to the temperature protection, and yeah, I've got to temperature protection without it, so I know the temperature protection works. That's a big mouthful of words. Uh, you know, it really has saved my mods the way it looks, and I've got OCD, and I like to keep my mods in pristine condition and keep them looking good. So if you don't know, if you it's just a top of a Tupperware bowl like this. It's like a Tupperware bowl. And you just cut out a circle and you cut out the 510. If you guys don't want to do that, you want me to send you some, just give me your email address or whatever, or your Skype or Facebook, and I will make you some and send them to you in the mail. Let's see. I don't know what to charge. Freaking $1 for 5 or something like that. Uh, it's got it's going to cost me to make a bunch of them. If I have to make you a bunch of them, it's going to cost me my time. But I ain't really worried about it. Send me $1 or whatever, and I'll send you a handful of them. If you don't feel like, or you don't know how to make them, or some people are clumsy and cut themselves with a razor knife, which is what you need to make it. Uh, Easiest way to make it is just take a mod and screw it down on make you a hole and then screw it down on a mod and then cut around it. Um, but I hope you guys like the redo of this video. I'm sorry about the quality of the last video. Uh, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and like below and leave a comment for suggestions of more videos. Uh, I'm kind of limited on what I can do, and if I look terrible right now, I have a broken back, and I am standing up doing these videos. But please support. Go away, you stupid cat. Please support these videos by subscribing and liking them. We're fixing to hit 100 subscribers, and I'm thinking about doing a giveaway on 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. I'm going to do a giveaway, and I thank you guys for subscribing and watching my videos. All right, guys, keep it real. Keep vaping. Uh, you know, don't smoke them nasty cigarettes. Keep your vaping going. Uh, and stay healthy. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.